Now, fellow Kenyans, seriously, I want us to ask ourselves some of the very few questions here. But before we talk about that, I want us to talk about William Ruto's visit. Ameenda Casablanca. And the guy is really lying. Yani William Ruto alipanda tu ndege. Akatoka Kenya, akapanda ndege, akaenda akafika kule ambako amefika, akaamua kwamba wacha nidanganya hawa watu. So what benefit does this guy get while lying? Ama how does he normally feel akidanganyana? That is the question. How does this guy feel while lying? Because literally I think he enjoys it most. There is this statement that William Ruto said in Baku. Actually, this was in Baku, Azerbaijan. Yeah, Baku in Azerbaijan. That in Kenya, slum dwellers are now living in skyscrapers built by the government. The rent costs the same.
I had my sister Sarah from my neighbor country in Uganda, and she made a very fundamental statement. She was just wondering how it is possible for a person in a slum to be able to live in a skyscraper on the 11th floor. Let me tell Sarah, it is possible. We have done it in Kenya. The cost of a social house on the 11th floor is the same as the cost of a slum dwelling house. They used to pay $40. They now pay $40 on the 11th floor because we have set up the mechanism for that to happen. In the last 3 years, we are building 273,000 housing units. 8,000 keys have been handed over. 55,000 keys will be handed over before the end of this year. And we have a pipeline of 700,000 housing units. I can say with confidence that today in Kenya, we have the largest housing program in the continent of Africa. Let me also
tuzungumze kweli. What are skyscrapers? What is the purpose of the skyscrapers? Na ni building gani ambayo William Ruto amejenga Kenya yenye iko na skyscraper? And then unalipa 700 Kenya shillings. How I wish these guys had where they could confirm all these issues that are being said by William Ruto. Because literally yani jamaa amesema nimedanganya wa Kenya sana. Angalau wacha niende international, yani nidanganyane kule nje. It is very much shameful that our president is a tourist. Na hiyo tour yake ndio inaleta hizi shida zote. Now, yes, there is yani William Ruto ameamua kwamba amesema alienda Kazakhstan in Baku. And this is what he said on his Facebook account, that arrived in Kazakhstan for a 2-day state visit. Kenya and Kazakhstan have been planting seeds of friendship for over a decade through series of deliberate engagements. It is time to take these cordial relations to another level. Nataka tuelewane tu. Our trade ties are already blossoming in tea, flowers, fertilizer, and logistics, with a growing direct connection between Nairobi and Aston, as well as other countries in Central Asia. We are committed to building on these foundations by exploring new opportunities in finance, ICT, tourism, energy, and exchange programs, with the overriding goal of fostering job creation, skills transfer, as well as expanding and opening new markets for our goods. Rais William Ruto wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, uliamua tu uende ukatuaibishe kule upande wa nje BAKU. Now I just want to read for you some of the comments of Kenyans here. I don't know whether I have hated a politician this much. I can't watch him speaking without my blood boiling. A charlatan, liar and fraud. A disgraced ICC indice. A terrible human being, a deceiving and trustworthy duplicated politician. It is not enough that we defeat. Okay. People are very bitter. Design tunavote out huyu boys itasomwa kama case study class za political science in future. Did he tell them that those skyscrapers are built with the taxes collected from heavily taxed Kenyans? The skyscrapers in America are called projects. Can't wait 2027 to correct this error. I'm just reading for you some of the comments. Alafu nawe pia niambie maoni yako kwenye sehemu ya maoni. I've told you guys that sometimes unaweza amua unataka kuongea kuhusu William Ruto na unashindwa useme nini. So inabidi uangalie usome tu kile vile ambacho watu wamesema. The experiment deduction forced payment from workers' salaries, buy land, build house they actually don't need, then sell the house back to them and even sometimes give the houses as token to whoever likes you. Elect a clown, get a carcass, 8,000 keys handed over to slum dwellers. Wako wapi? Pale boma ID moja inapewa as many units as you can afford and turn them into rental at market price. It was a big land and tax haste. With all due respect. I always wonder, these people who are sold these paka na panya stories, do they ever do a simple ground check or do they just believe the story? Because what goes on in someone's mind spewing such untrustworthy without fear? Sarah analogy, the art of peddling lies in foreign countries. The master craftsman is quick, skillful and deserves a medal of honor. By the way, amepewa medal of honor. For those who don't know, he has been given a medal of honor. Kuwa the most tourist. Is the house you built at your village also an experiment? Leave them with that. The life you have been living an experiment too, and you will wake up from your stupor in your grave. Let me just read for you the last one before I at least say 2 or 3 things. According to an 11th April 2026 report in dailies, nearly 80% of the registered people for affordable housing have never made a single contribution. Ruto is both a professional and a serial liar. Dictator Mama Suluhu highlighted that recently. Na by the way, Mahesh, kwani huimbi 2-term wewe, I think. I has translated from local to national lie. Akona PhD ya kudanganya, cause mimi ningekuwa nimesha give up. You know, you can't give up on what you are used to. Kila ambacho unajua ni nzuri kwako, you can't give up on it. And that is the mistake I think that is happening. So, fellow Kenyans, our president is a very big liar. Postongango wanasema kwamba you are liars and conmen. Sasa William Ruto ni liar na conman. Ameamua tu aende huko nje adanganyane kuhusu kile ambacho kinafanyika Kenya. Yaani apende tu ndege. Jamaa amepanda tu ndege. Ametoka Kenya amepanda ndege ameenda ili adanganyane. Seriously. Mtu anasema kwamba how I wish that aeroplane that he used to travel abroad ingeshika moshi moto kwa hewa na yeye pia achomeke kama General Ogola. Sasa hizi tungekuwa tunasema kwamba hayati. And then somebody down there is saying that wewe unasema hayati. Sisi sasa hizi tungekuwa tunasherekea kwa sababu tunajua kwamba soprano guy, fireman cannot handle the pressure of this country. Can you also tell me what you think, fellow Kenyans, concerning the same thing that is going on with William Ruto? Amedanganya Kenya akatoka national akaenda sa international. Let me know what to think.